The third thing that great teachers do, I think, is relay feedback. And my students know that if you get a 90% or above on one of my assignments, I put a stamp on it. And I have friends of mine that know that I teach college, and they say, Nick, they're not second graders. You're putting a stamp. I said, yeah, you get a 90% or above. I put a turtle stamp on there, and I write excellent job. I write it right on there. But the one time that I thought to myself, I don't know, Nick, maybe I could just grade them and hand them back. It doesn't really matter. Well, I tell you it does. So I'm down there at that big university to the south of us, and I'm teaching a big class as a PhD student down there. It's a big class, a couple hundred students. And a lot of football players would take this class, and they would all sit down in the front down there. And one day I was handing back assignments in class, and I got done doing that. I went back to my little cubicle as a grad student, and I'm sitting there at my cubicle, and there's a knock on the door of the grad student office. And there's one of the football players, a linebacker. And he looked like a refrigerator. The guy, he's taken up the whole door. And he's standing there, and he's looking at me, and he's got this assignment in his hand. And it looked like a Post-it note in his hand. That's how big the guy is. And he's standing there, and he says, Ranger Nick, can I talk? And I love they call me Ranger Nick. Ranger Nick, can I talk to you? Come on in, come on in. And he says, I got a 91 on this, and I didn't get a stamp. And he handed it to me, and this guy walked all the way across campus, He came to my office. And I'm looking at it, and sure enough, I must have forgotten. So he hands it to me. And I can still see this like it was yesterday. Hands it to me. I reach into my desk, and I had an owl stamp in my desk I still use today. My students that are here know this owl stamp. It's a legitimate owl. It is a good owl. And I took this little owl out, and I inked it up, and I stamped it on his page, and I wrote, outstanding work. And I handed it back to him. And he walked out of there just as proud, smiling, like he was going to go show his mom, Ranger Nick, I earned an owl stamp. And I said to my friends who get on me about, Nick, you give stamps. I said, let me tell you, if that big, tough football player could walk all the way across campus with that assignment to tell me he didn't get a stamp, wait to give me one, I'm going to do that until I retire from teaching. It matters, it matters, it matters.